Good day to all fantasy bosses around the world and welcome to our Game Week 34 edition of Safe Picks vs. Differentials, where I, at the Pundits, Drew, look to provide Fantasy Premier League and starting 11 bosses with a mixed bag of picks for this weekend's contests. For those of you who play starting 11 daily fantasy with us each week, we are pleased to announce that both their Android and iOS apps are now available once again at the App Store, so be sure to update or download for free ahead of Game Week 34 and more importantly, in preparation for their Fantasy World Cup game, coming soon. There are no double game weeks here, but I hope this week's Safe Picks vs. Differentials give you plenty of food for thought when making your FPL transfers and creating your starting 11 lineups. Forward Safe Pick Kane vs. Manchester City. The goal that never was but now is again, if not his shoulder then Kane's very presence in the penalty box leads to goals. The dubious goals panel may have come too late for Kane owners and captainers last week, but with arguably the worst defense in the league at the moment, come on, United fans need to have their moment. Kane takes on Manchester City this weekend. After 3 defeats on the bounce and conceding 8 goals in the process, can Spurs and Kane cause more frustration for Pep Guardiola? Differential Austin vs. Chelsea. Not wanting to look like I'm jumping on the bandwagon of a player who happened to have scored a goal the previous weekend, but as soon as I heard Charlie Austin was fit again he immediately caught my attention. Scoring versus Arsenal only backed up my initial feelings that Austin is always a player worth considering. Chelsea hardly fill me with confidence at the moment, particularly defensively. This is an opportunity for Austin to show us he is capable of finding the goal-scoring form he boasted earlier in the season. Southampton are in big trouble, but the one player I feel can drag them out of this situation is Austin. He's my differential pick this week. Midfielder Safe Pick Pogba vs. West Brom. As a United fan, this is what I have been waiting for. Paul Pogba playing in the advanced role he relished during his time at Juventus. With Jose finally throwing caution into the wind 2-0 down at the Etihad, Pogba arriving late into the box led to 2 goals in the 3-2 comeback which halted City's celebration party. If Pogba continues to play in that advanced role, I know he will be one of the first names on my team sheet. What better place to start than at home to, soon-to-be relegation, West Brom? Differential Milivojevic vs. Brighton. We knew during pre-season that Milivojevic was on set pieces, but did anyone really predict this many attacking returns? The Palace midfielder is now in double figures, having scored 10 league goals this season, including 3 in his last 3 games. He has found his way into many FPL squads due to his value, and I think it's about time we took him more seriously here on starting 11. A home tie versus Brighton gives him every chance of continuing that goal-scoring form. The Seagulls haven't managed to keep a clean sheet for 11 league games. Palace are fighting hard to secure their Premier League status, and I expect them to win this weekend. Defender Safe Pick Valencia vs. West Brom. In our quest for clean sheets, the standout game this weekend is Manchester United vs. West Brom. Football is a confidence game. On the one hand, we have a team off the back of their result of the season in the local derby. On the other, we have a side who have failed to win a football match in their last 9 league games. Despite not offering the attacking returns an ex-winger playing full-back should, what Valencia does offer is nailed-on access to that United back four. Differential Baines vs. Swansea. Long before Alonso there was Leighton Baines. He might not be marauding into the opposition box these days, but he is and always will be an FPL legend. This week Everton travel to Swansea, who have only scored 1 goal in 4 games. Their 1 goal was against West Brom. Does that count, after a clean sheet versus a Salah-less Liverpool? Everton will be looking to keep Swansea out as well this weekend. All we need now is for Big Sam to get Baines back on set pieces. Goalkeeper Safe Pick De Gea vs. West Brom. Who else could be a safe pick than the best goalkeeper in the world versus the soon-to-be relegated West Brom? As regular readers will know, I love a defensive stack on starting 11. There aren't many fixtures more tempting than this one. It won't just be Valencia joining De Gea in my Manchester United defense this weekend. I'm tempted to take the lot of them, win big or lose big. Differential Karnezes vs. Huddersfield. Okay, so I know Karnezes plays for Watford, but this one is all about the fixture. The only reason Huddersfield have not gone 5 games without scoring is due to Brighton defender Duffy gifting Steve Money a goal last weekend, not something they can rely on every week. I expect Huddersfield to continue to struggle in front of goal and for Watford to pick up a rare clean sheet, as Huddersfield are dragged closer to the relegation zone. Captain pick as the season finale approaches. The battle for the Golden Boot hots up, with Mo Salah 4 goals ahead but with 2 fewer games remaining. Who will finish on top? Harry Kane, the current holder of the Golden Boot, is looking to win the award for 3 consecutive seasons. Can he close the gap? If you had asked me a week ago, I would be avoiding Kane versus Manchester City, but this is the moment to play the champions-elect. City always seem to have a purple patch every season, and that time is now. My gut tells me Spurs will add to Manchester City's run of defeats and that Harry Kane will take advantage of that leaky defense. I plan to trust Kane with that armband. Other starting 11 bosses may be worried about the tough fixture, making Kane potentially a differential captain. World Cup Fantasy Football. Before you go, whilst the Fantasy Premier League season is still 5 weeks from its end, the 2018 Russia World Cup is now less than 60 days away. If you're interested in playing World Cup Fantasy Football with us and many other FPL community members this summer, please download the free Starting 11 app today by clicking the banners below, available on both Android. Thank you for reading Daily Fantasy Premier League Football Tips, Game Week 34, which was written by Pundits.